So the first thing you gotta do is obviously jailbreak it. So we're just gonna go to Red Snow version 0.9.9 B9D. Okay, so I'm just gonna give the links in the comments. Here we have it. We're gonna go click on the folder and then click on redsnow.exe. Of course, I just suggest using this stuff in Windows 7, maybe Windows XP, but Windows 7. If you can't, then just use a virtual machine like I do. So there we have Red Snow. So you gotta install the iOS 4.2.1 IPSW. So we're just gonna click on extras and select IPSW. I'm just gonna go to where I saved it. There you go. And again, it's literally the exact same stuff you do here. Yeah, sure. No, this is not an MC model. And of course, I just really recommend that you have an MB model of the iPod Touch 2nd generation. If you have an iPhone 3G, then this is literally the exact same stuff, nothing's different. So as you can see, the iPod here I have is an MB model and it's running 4.2.1. It's an 8 gig model. If you see MB in the model number or something, then you should know that it's like an MB, or if you see the storage variant is big, then it's an MB. What we're gonna do is just go click back and jailbreak. It's gonna locate the IPFW node, all this kind of stuff. So if you have an MC iPod Touch and you want to jailbreak it, you gotta choose an app called Green Poison, specifically the version RC6. Enable multitasking and home screen wallpaper. Don't enable them if you want your device to feel smooth and fast, because these really lag the device considering they have like 128 megabytes of RAM. So of course, the most important thing you gotta check is that install Cydia is checked. So of course, enable battery percentage, because that'll be very useful. Click on next. Now this is where you get prepared to set your device in DFU mode, which means the device firmware upgrade. So you're just gonna long press the power and the home button until the screen goes black. Once the screen goes black, I'm gonna let go of the power button while holding the home button. And you're gonna wait for a sound. There you go. So now I'm just gonna update my drivers to the DFU mode drivers rather than the regular iPod drivers. So you gotta follow exactly how I do if you have a virtual machine. At least I recommend using VirtualBox. Unplug. Let's click on next. Replug. There we go. Now it's processing. We'll wait. Now we're gonna switch the drivers from the DFU mode drivers to the recovery mode. So virtual machine settings, USB, remove this, click on the plus icon, recovery mode, and then click OK. Click show, then replug. And if you've succeeded, so yeah, this is gonna go back, black screen, then white screen. I'm gonna update the recovery mode drivers in case it's necessary. There you go. If you've succeeded, then this screen called that just says downloading jailbreak data. Now we're just gonna wait even more. There you go. Now you no longer need the computer and you're just gonna wait for the iPod to do its thing, or the iPhone 3G. Then you're gonna see this running pineapple logo, and of course you're just gonna keep waiting again. Now the iPod is rebooting. There we go. Let's slide to unlock. And as we can see, we have the home screen wallpaper, the multitasking, and the Cydia icon. So let's click on it. I am very obviously a developer. Click on done. It's going to show you this refreshing data screen with loading data. Click on return to Cydia and click on complete upgrade. Confirm. I'm going to show you reloading data, then loading, then you conclude Cydia. Let's just clear it off from the app switcher. You don't need to do that if you didn't enable multitasking. It's gonna show you another refreshing data screen. Click on return to Cydia. And there we have Cydia updated. Alright, now we gotta learn how to install apps. So first of all, you have to download iPhone box, the oldest version. I've already made a tutorial on how to sideload, but this will be a quicker one. Let's plug the iPod in. It's all about updating the drivers. It's all about updating the drivers. So we're just gonna do that. There we go. So what we're gonna do on the iPod is just open Cydia, and here we're just gonna go to raw file system on the computer and copy from PC, the one that's up there with the green arrow pointing down. Then we're gonna go to downloads. You gotta download an AppSync file, a deb file. I'll link to everything in the comments. There you go. I'll just choose 42 because we're on 4.2.1. Click on open. Back to the iPod, we're gonna type iFile, then we're just gonna click on it right here, and now it's time to install it. Install, then confirm. Now it's gonna show you reloading data. It's gonna show you loading. Now you can return to Cydia, just exit out of it, and there we have iFile. Let's go to iFile, go just to the arrow up there. And now we have the AppSync file. Let's click on install, close, and done. Boom, we can go to Cydia and we can go to installed, and we have AppSync. So now let's test that. And since the Safari web browser in here is so outdated it can barely load any websites, we're gonna go back to the computer and we're gonna click install app fast, and we're still on iPhone box. And we're gonna need Opera Mini version 7.0.5. You can find that in the iOS Obscura archive.org project. I'll leave a link to it in the comments again. And now we're gonna click on the IPA file and open. It's gonna start sideloading. We're gonna take a look at the home screen, and there we go. Now we have Opera Mini. Even though it's a more modern browser, you still cannot use YouTube in it. So let me just show you. Let's click on OK and type youtube.com. There we go. And your browser is outdated. You're gonna click on proceed to YouTube. At first glance, you may get excited. Let's type, for example, someone who, click there, yay, I'm in the first channel that appears. Let's go to, for example, the latest video so far, and that is where the disappointment goes. Yup. And no matter what video you choose, even like low resolution terrible ones, as in like terrible quality ones, they just still can't play this iPod. It's time for a bonus round with a bunch of other pretty neat things you can still do in it. You can install Winterboard, which allows you to download custom themes from all over the Cydia store. To apply the battery percentage, you go to General, and you scroll down and you click on battery percentage. And again, it may not be 100% accurate all of the time, it may jump back and forth. Also, apparently if you go to Spotlight search and disable everything, it will make it faster. At least that's what I've heard from many old tutorials. The toggle allows you to activate multitasking and the home screen wallpaper, so whenever you don't want them, you can always use Z toggle. Multi-boot has a lot of really handy functions like reboot and power, respring. You will need this respring a lot, and what basically does is just restarts your springboard. And what the springboard is just basically what's responsible for your home screen. Don't forget to add some music in there, because of course this is an iPod or an iPhone 3G, who knows. Last but not least, if you want to watch videos on this thing, of course you're gonna have to get them from your computer to this through iTunes, but since this is only a 480p and it's an iPod after all, it's a very old one, you have to convert from MP4 to iPod, and you're just of course gonna type MP4 to iPod and then enter. You're gonna click on this first link with the green dancing silhouette guy called Online Converter. So you're just gonna click on here where it tells you to drag or import files. We're gonna go to wherever we saved the video. In my case it's the downloads folder. Then I'm gonna click on open. You're gonna wait for it to import. Now you can click on the start button after scrolling down. Boom. Now we can see that it's done. Now we can just download the video. There it is. There we go. Now it's finished downloading. We can exit the Chrome tab, go to iTunes, plug your device in. Then you can go to your file explorer. Then you can go to downloads. Of course, that's where the file will be saved. Scroll down. There is the iPod one, as we can see that by the parentheses one. Let's drag it to iTunes, and this way it will be added to the library. Now we can select it and drag it to the iPod itself. And now we can see the sync in progress. We'll go to the videos app. You can see that the video is there and you can play it. So there you go. A sub would be appreciated, and I hope this video helped.